Hello there, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into the dark side as we start assembling the legendary Darth Vader from Fanhome via D'Augustine. This is a monthly subscription where they mail a set number of pieces to you to your door, and it comes with a magazine, some instructions, and just great quality parts. This is two parts into the series. Two parts into the model. Step one does come with large pieces. Most of them do come in bags, but since this was the introductory, they did come in these giant plastic containers. So I will go ahead and take these parts out. All right, so in step one, these are all the pieces for step one laid out. Uh, Not very neatly, I would say, but this will do for the time being. It does include a screwdriver, but I will be using my own. I do have some separate magnetic pieces. It kind of assists with holding the tiny screws that are included. The quality is top notch. I mean, the shine on his mask is beautiful. There are magnets, or I believe metal pieces that possibly connect to magnets on here, but overall the quality is amazing. Very thick plastic pieces. There are a combination of press-in pieces as well as pieces you'll have to screw in, but the instructions are very clear on what and where. It does always include a little information, just really good reads. If you're familiar with the movies as I am and the lore, it kind of catches you up on a lot of that stuff. So it does include, and not just particularly in Darth Vader, but just also other characters in the Star Wars universe. Like this one is including some information on Boba Fett here with his father Jango. If they were to create a Boba Fett model, I would most likely jump on that immediately. I love Boba Fett. He is one of my favorite characters, along with all the Mandalorians. But when it comes to the instructions, it always is in the back, and it always kind of lays out what's included in the step. So it kind of tells you what parts you are going to need. All right, so jumping right in, it does request you get the main mask, and these are labeled on the back 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 and so on. So it is asking for 1 1, and it's to be placed right here. There we go. Very snug, very fit. I mean, not unless you push from the back, and even then, yeah, doesn't really have much give. It fits in pretty securely. And then 1 2, it asks to be placed right here. Now there are some notches, as you could see, and fits right there. So go ahead and place it in. Snaps in. Perfect. And it asks for 1 3. That'll be placed right here on the top. Go ahead and match it up. Make sure. All right, so right there. Nope. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. So that fit in. I get 1 4. Make sure I'm matching it up to the dashes, as you can see. It has those little notches. Hopefully it picks up on the camera there. And fits in perfect. All right. And now the next step is going to be with these here as double-sided. Oh, 114 and 115. Now, do either of these have? No. So I will hold them like this. So as the image shows, again, it's very clear, even though some of the pieces aren't marked or noted. You can tell just by how they are displayed on the actual instruction. So we'll go ahead and place the first one right here. Try and match it up with the holes. Now it is noted on the instructions that if there is any pieces that aren't fitting in securely, that you can use some glue to adhere them. The Transformers Optimus Prime noted the same thing, but I've built pretty much the entire chest, the right leg, I believe it is the right leg, and some of the hips, and it said the same thing, but I've had no issues with any of those pieces fitting in securely. There we go. So those two pieces are in there. The next step is this tiny little one. Now there wasn't a pairing with this one, it was just by itself, so now I know exactly where it goes. It goes in the center here. If I can fit it in. Oh. There we go. And most of them do have that little snap, so you can kind of tell, all right, it's in. All right, next step is going to be the grate. Wants us to put it in first, so I'll put that in. Then the secondary grate. I just want to double check to make sure I'm orienting this correctly, so I'll go ahead and put it in like that. And we'll go ahead and put the top nose piece as well. I might have put it in the wrong way. Let's go like this instead. I'll make sure it fits flush. I guess not. All right, I guess I did have it in the right way. This is where the first screw comes in. It looks like we're going to be using the only screw added into this kit, which is an A screw. Go ahead and take that out. This is where the magnetic feature kind of comes in handy because of how tiny these screws are. I'll turn it over. And just screw it in. I want it to be firm, but I don't want to strip the screw either. Make sure, give it a couple more turns. There we go. There we go. Nice and secure. So I'm going to put that to the side here real quick. Next step is going to be these pieces here. Now this one is labeled as 1/8 and 1/7. So it's going to be on the side that we did not put any of these grates on. And really cool thing is that some of these are actually in line or indented in them. So it kind of assists with filling in those parts. So I'll go ahead and put this piece right here. Fits in, clicks, real secure. And looks like this one here. I'll go on the other side. Go. Press fit. Perfect. Now, some sprues on there. All right, now we'll go ahead and put these as well on both sides, matching up exactly to the previous pieces, or as well as in those little indentions that are on the helmet. There we go. Okay. Now for the other side. There's a little click there. All right. But this is step one. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox the second step, and then we'll go ahead and continue. All right, now I do have all of the pieces for step two laid out. I'll go over the magazine that it comes with first, and then some just quick little notable things that I found in this package that you'll see that each package kind of does differentiate between one another. So starting off, this is magazine 2 for step 2. It does have the information of what is included. As you can see, I pretty much have everything laid out. Some cool little greeblies, some more stuff to add on to the helmet. And it looks like we're actually going to be working on the lower half of the helmet. So this one does start, even though we're working on the lower half, we're starting with the side helmet. Now it didn't come with the second side, so this would be the right side. It only has the left side still. That will be included in another package. So it looks like he wants us to first start off with adding these side parts. Or not the side part, but the middle piece. Go ahead and line up all the pieces. There we go. There we go. Make sure it's all secure, and it does want us to actually screw in. So one of those things that I mentioned that is different in this one, this step 2 compared to step 1 is the screws. So it does have A screws and B screws, which are so much tinier than A's. So that's kind of why I do like to use my own screwdriver. This one would work, but maybe a little bit difficult to use. The screwdriver that I have, again, has replaceable bits, and I will be switching to a smaller bit. Now this one does ask for 2 screws, so I will be screwing in first in this spot here. Perfect. That's it. We'll go ahead and put it to the side and we'll go ahead and continue working with the rest. It does ask for this piece now, and it looks like we'll be adding all those little greeblies to this here. So it asks kind of in this orientation to go ahead and put a DV2. Go ahead and put that. Okay. Maybe if I read the instructions, be a little bit easier. There we go. There we go. There's that click. And the second one, right here. There we go. Perfect. All right. And asks for this little piece here. Go ahead and match up the pegs to its hole. Again, super easy press and fit. As you get further into the model, it gets a little bit more complicated, which is really awesome. I like the intricacy of what they add to it. And then add this piece here. There we go. Press in. And the next piece right here. There. Boom. Awesome. All right. Now it asks for these parts here. So I'm gonna orient this way. So this one going on this side. I hope I'm doing it right. Maybe I had it on the right side initially. There we go. Perfect. Add the next one. Right here. Make sure you press it in. There we go. All right. All right, we'll go ahead and put this to the side because now it's asking for us to grab the helmet. And it does want us to put these pieces in. Let's see. And circuits. I want to make sure I'm putting it in correctly. It wants to have them here. There we go. Okay, and the second one. There we go. Straighten them out real quick. There we are. All right. And still working with the helmet, it wants us to turn it over. And it looks like we're gonna go ahead and add the back plate here to the mouthpiece. And as you notice off camera, I did fix it so that way it is straight, because that was gonna drive me nuts. All right, and it does want these to be screwed in with the B, or actually I'm sorry, the A screws. So go ahead and open this package up, dump out the screws, and I will switch this piece back in just a little bit bigger. Grab one and go ahead and put it right here. I'm gonna do one and then go ahead and put the other one just so that way they have an even tightness. It doesn't say that to do the instructions, this is just preference. Probably could just put one in, tighten it all the way, but just how I like to do things. Go ahead and tighten it here. There we are. Perfect. This is the next step. Looks like we're gonna add this piece, still working with the main helmet. Gonna go ahead and put it in this way. And we are still gonna go ahead and use a screw. So I am matching up this part here with that one there. And let me get that last screw. Normally you can see kind of how many screws you'll be using by how many are included in the package. It'll always have one more than what you need in the case that, you know, it falls off the table or shoots out or it even strips. I haven't really had any issues with screws stripping from them in the previous project I did with the Optimus Prime, but it's always great to have the extra included, so you'll always know how many you're going to use. This one had 3, this one had 4, so we have that one screw left over, and then still in the B baggie, we still have that one screw left over. All right, so I'll go ahead and put this to the side here, and it looks like we are done screwing it in, and the next step will be adding in some fabric. All right, there. And let's go ahead and grab this. So we're gonna be working with this one, adding in these little foam pads. Looks like they do have some adhesive on the side, so we'll be adding them in like that. Or more so like this. Okay, it does have these little guides. I don't know if you can catch them on the camera, but it does have them there to assist with putting these in. So those in. Let's start from the top. Go. Make sure it's all pressed in. Okay. Go. Awesome. There we go. All right. It does look like that is it for this step. And that'll be it for the video. In the next video, most likely, it will ask us to start putting in these. So I'll go ahead and put these to the side here for a minute. As you can see, it does come with a speaker. Looks like a motion sensor. So another really cool thing about these Fanhome models is that they all come with electronics. In the Optimus Prime one that I have, it does have lights for the eyes. It does have speakers in the chest. So I haven't quite finished that one. Maybe in another video I'll go ahead and explain the pieces that I have done and what I do have. And as Fanhome ships those pieces to me, maybe I'll go ahead and just pick up where I left off. All right, and there we have it. Step 1 and step 2 of this Fanhome build complete. As you can see on my table, this is what we got so far. I really hope you're enjoying this process. This is just the beginning to the build for the ultimate Sith Lord Darth Vader. But don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more of this build, as well as 3D printing, miniature painting, as well as just painting in general. But I really do hope that you like this kind of content. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on part 2, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of this build so far, as well as if you've already gotten this set, how far are you ahead, what your experience is going on forward. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. May the force be with you always.